all. So I'm up early on my way down to meet with a tenant. This is the unsavory part of being a landlord is you have tenants who think they're going to tell you what they're going to do, and they're going to tell you what you're going to do. And sometimes they're not polite about it. You know what I'm saying? So they think that they pay their rent or whatever the case may be, that they have ultimate domain over everything that that you own. So that's what a lease is for, of course. And I guess little buddy didn't look over his lease very well, so I made another copy. I'm gonna take down here and I'm gonna show him. This is what the lease says. After I pick my rent up, I told him about 2 months ago, I need you to send me rent to this address. Okay. He's already 2 days late. He made a big stink out of something that didn't need to escalate to that extreme, and he was really, really, for a lack of a better term, an ass about it. So, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and settle this and see if we can't get back to having a decent business relationship. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you're not my friend. I'm providing a service. So, I mean, you don't go to Sam Walton's family and dap it up with them. That's not what we do. We're providing a service, and you know, we're going to do the best we can. We're going to provide quality service. We're going to provide nice, clean living space, and praying that it's in a decent neighborhood. I don't know. I don't know what's happened with people's respect nowadays. They damn sure don't respect their elders. I've had some neighbors complaining about this guy wanting to play. And, you know, they're young, and I get it. You're playing music all hours of the night, all up into the morning, as loud as you can get it. You know, when you got somebody about a quarter of a mile away can hear your music, that's way too daggone loud. And then you look on the road and there's black marks where they're coming out of their driveway and squilling tires all early in the morning, or their buddies is squilling their tires, and you know, just no kids shit. Just grow up. That's all you have to do. I mean, just grow up. I'm doing all right. A little frustrated this morning, but I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. You know, people. I'm telling you, I had a short I got a short and I just posted not too long ago that says you just can't be nice to people, man. You can't. They will try their best to take advantage of you, and they view that niceness as a weakness, as something that they can manipulate, and that's not cool, you know, not cool at all. So I'm gonna give y'all a glimpse of what I'm looking at. As you can see, it's about to rain. Let me pass this truck up. Okay. I mean, you know, guys, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm not going to say very much about it. Because like I said, I'm going to deal with the situation. Thank you for the light. But it's just kind of heartbreaking when you bend over backwards to help people and then they spit in your face. But that's part of it. And I asked for it. I asked for it because I've been told by my mentors, I've been told by other people, you cannot be nice. It has to be strictly business. Don't cut any corners. Don't do any favors. Keep it strictly business. And I didn't do that. I help people out. They struggling a little bit. Yeah, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You need some help signing some paperwork to help get some benefits or whatever, I got you. You gonna be a little late on the rent? All right, that's no problem. I'm not gonna give you a late fee this time. Just this little stuff like that. And then when you turn around and you try to tell somebody, hey, this is what I need from you, and they don't want to do it, then they just basically tell you, go to hell. And I pay my rent here. I ain't doing that. Okay. But your lease says otherwise. So, I've got a few notes written down. I got a few things that we are going to discuss, and I'm going to document. And like I said, we'll just keep it professional, and we'll roll on and see what happens. All right, so I'm done venting, but yeah, this is part of the business, guys. When you're a landlord, sometimes you get, like I said, unsavory situations with unsavory people. The law says you cannot discriminate, and I don't dare to. Don't plan to. But when you're in the customer service business, you deal with everybody. And when I say everybody, you deal with everybody. With all forms and walks of life. You deal with people who are just the nicest people that you could ever deal with. And then you deal with people who can't stand you for whatever reason. Or they think you shouldn't have what they don't have. I'll never forget one time I was doing a showing a property for rent, and this one guy brought his dad with him, and the guy me and him was talking business, and his dad kept interrupting, talking stupid, and I'm sorry, but that's just what happened. And all of a sudden, this guy starts telling his son, make demands. Tell him you're going to do this and you're going to do that. And I'm like, no. What he's going to do is, if he wants to live here, he'll pay his rent and he'll buy by the lease. That's what he's going to do. The lease says no alterations to the home without prior approval, written approval from the landlord. And that's another thing that people don't realize and they don't understand, or they don't think about before they start running their mouths, is that's something let me back up a little bit. It's something my father taught me when I was a kid. Before you run your mouth, you make sure your nose is clean. You make sure your kitchen is clean before you start talking about somebody else's kitchen. And people don't do that. They open that mouth up and they spew whatever they spew, and they don't realize, or they don't care about the consequences. I really think they don't realize what the consequences may be of their actions. I mean, you have to have things. Yeah, you gotta have your shit in order before you start running your mouth. So, but anyway, good people, I'm done venting. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the business today. Like I said, this is part of it. Landlording 101. Dan Burrell says, if you don't train your tenants will train you. Woo! Okay. Number two. So right now we have a home for sale. We dropped the price twice. We ain't get ready to do that anymore. So we also tacked on owner financing. So I'm willing to finance the buy. So we're just waiting for this house to do what it do. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Definitely looking for a potential buyer, and I'm telling you. So I showed this house on Chris Haskins pulled it up on his podcast, his show, and he showcased it for me, and he seemed blown away with the finished product. Okay, but he said something that I had a gut feeling about, and he said we over how can I put this? We over renovated for the area. And in layman's terms, we made the house too good for the area that it's in, and we might not recoup some of the money. Hold on to your thought that you're going to make this amount off of it. Right now, this house has become a learning tool. You'll make a little bit off of it, but you're not going to make very much because you put too much into it. And that's kind of what I figured. I mean, I went over budget. Big haste to my better judgment, you know what I'm saying? I went on ahead and went over budget, but it's fine. I mean, I enjoyed the experience, and now I'm just ready for this thing to sell so we can, just get that out from underneath our skin, and we can go on and spam. They wear me out. I mean, they don't quit. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But yeah, man, we're just looking to sell this house. If you want to see the house, just look in the archives. Look, I got a video on the process. I got a few videos on the documenting process. And I want to do one whole video. I just haven't made time. I'm going to say I haven't had time. I haven't made time to edit the video. I've got it started. I just got to edit it and get it posted of the process. Again, I'm going to beat a dead horse here for a minute. I went through 3 contractors. Well, I went through 2 and finally found one. So that was number 3 that actually performed well and at a professional level. You know what I mean? So I was very appreciative to find them. And at first I was I ain't gonna say at first, for a while I was pretty upset, especially at the second contractor. He pissed away my timetable. I mean, he lied. He's nothing but a big ass liar. I mean, Charles Goodman is a liar. That's just all there is to it. He tries to use God as his marketing tool. He's been using his 5-month or 6-month-old kid as his marketing tool. He has no shame, and he should. And I've heard stories, and I've had people reach out, and they've told me a lot of bad things about this man. And if you're in the Kentucky, Central Kentucky area, and you see upkeep properties, stay away. Just stay away from them. Upkeep properties, Charles Goodman, anything he's associated with, if his wife's name, whatever, stay away from them, because she's in on it too. Just stay away from them. But anyway, as you can tell, I'm still a little bit bitter about it. But anyway, if I didn't have to deal with his crooked tail, then I never would have got with the right people. So, really, I'm gonna take. Let me. All right, so, like I said, the house is for sale. The next thing that we're looking to do, we want to try to do another flip. Take what I've learned from this flip and apply it to the next one, and praying that it's more efficient, more time oriented, and we can get maximum profit out of it. If maximum profit is $2, then guess what? That's maximum profit. Now, I'm not suggesting, or am I saying that I will renovate a property for $2 profit? Okay, that's just not. You have to value your time a little bit better than that. All right, so I have a going rate that I'm shooting for. But at the end of the day, business is kind of stalled right now. And I'm kind of glad. That gives me a chance to breathe. Just trying to slow down a little bit. It's an auction. Just want to slow down a bit, you know what I'm saying, and just take it all. Rooms for rent. What? Come on now. Well, I'll tell you what, you can make $1 any kind of way. That is good. But yeah, man, I just, we're slowed down a little bit. We want to get this house sold. Once we get this house sold, then we can move on to the next project. I've seen a few bargains that I've had to pass up. I really would like to get into some. See if I can't find some hard lenders, because once you stretch your credit so far, you can only get so much money from the banks at a time. You know what I mean? But if you can prove yourself with a hard lender, hey, I can get you this money at this time. Which this, I'm gonna go back to the house, and it's a good thing I did not get a hard money lender or a hard lender for this house, because my timetable, it was shot. My timetable it went to Hades. I bought the house at the end of October, early September. The first contractor bailed on me. He's the one who went out there with me, looked at the house, said, okay, this is what needs to be done. I can do it, and I can get it done at this certain amount of time. All right, cool. I've seen a little bit of his work. I've also seen that he don't mind taking his time. So I'm like, let me go on ahead and put him on a schedule here. I got some work at my house that needs to be done. I'm gonna put him on a timetable, see what he can do. Also, I'll get a chance to look at some of his work, just to kind of verify, right? So he did some work at my house. Left a lot to be desired, I will say. You're painting freehand. You're getting paint all over my light fixtures, all over my cabinets. You're not wiping up nothing. You lay my flooring down and then you break the tabs and then you try to blame me. He tried to blame me for it. And then when I told him, I was just like, dude, all I need you to do is just fix the work. I'll buy the materials. I won't charge you anything. But you get what you pay for, okay? So I think he did all of that for, I think like $250 worth of labor or something like that. I don't even think it was that much, to be honest with you. I think it was even less than that. So I can't complain about your work when you didn't charge me that much in labor. But what I did let him know is I'm watching you. And if you're treating my house this way, then how are you going to treat my investment properties? Well, after I said that, he went ghost. That was the end of that. He stopped answering calls, text messages, and left me hanging. So that's all right. I forgot what his service is called, but he's a handyman. His van's handyman service or something like that. You know what? He's good. He's a good handyman. I wouldn't trust him to do anything else, really. That's just me. I won't be asking him to do nothing else. So, if you see him, he's good for little jobs, but you got to stay on him. You got to make sure that he'll come back out, because he'll leave you hanging for several days. He actually he didn't even finish the job at the house. And the work that he did do, he didn't repair like he said he was going to. And he just went ghost. So that's fine. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we still run in the same circles. I haven't seen him yet, but I will. And so, that's that. And then I moved on about mid-October is when I found Charles Goodman, and he talking about how God's changed him and he made mistakes and he would love to have an opportunity. He quoted the job, told me how much work he could get done for this amount of money, or our budget. And there was, I ain't gonna say miscommunication there was some manipulation going on, but anyway, he did about, I'd say probably, I don't know for sure, I ain't even gonna speculate. He did a little bit of the work, but the work that he done after he quit working in about early December is when he stopped working. December 20th was our deadline. I think he did one job before Thanksgiving and December 20th. Excuses after excuses after excuses. Wife had to go to the doctor. Baby had to go to the doctor. I'm sick. Everybody's sick. My crew's sick. But his dumbass posted videos and pictures of jobs they were finishing up. And I just happened to run into one of his customers, which is crazy. I work with them. And during that time, because he tried to tell me those were old jobs, and I found out, no, they weren't old jobs. They were current jobs. So he was working on other people's stuff while he was letting me sit. So he got my money and used it on other jobs. He tried to say that he used all my money on the project, but he never produced any or all of the receipts. All right. He produced some of the receipts, which did not add up to all of the money that I had given him. So, yeah, that part. I finally found somebody in February. All right. So remember, the deadline was December 20th. I found somebody in February. They finished everything and repaired some of his crap. It took about 3 weeks. The house was ready to go on the market by the end of March. All right, you guys. So I want to thank you all for joining Whalen Enterprises live today. I appreciate you guys coming out. I am going to end it here, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I tell you when it's riding with Tim. If everybody serves, everybody gets served. All right? And ironically, I'm in the serving business. So, everybody serves, everybody gets served. You all take it easy. I love you guys. And hope you have a blessed day. And I might come back on here later on. An episode of Riding with Tim. Okay? We won't be talking about business. All right. Y'all be good.